5 for next year, and who knows? Let's watch it grow. You can see through his first ball on that lane 55, scored it past the head pin, hit that little oil in the middle, then he squared it up to make the washout, and the ball hit the oil. It missed the oil and took off and hooked. Very treacherous. Very treacherous out there.
Storm Products team on a great first game here. They shoot .226 to open things up.
Well, you know, H&B needs a spare here, or a mark, or they need to get beat by 100 here, Denny.
We watched it all week long, though. You could go out and shoot .250 or .150 based on what pair you got to, whether or not you could get lined up.
Well, I'm going to be the last guy to say anything about how anybody threw it out there. I had some embarrassing moments, I can tell you that.
You were in the heat of the battle a couple of times, and it's almost, Fred, it magnifies itself when you get it going a little bad. It even seems to get worse, and when you really get it going well, you can string some strikes together.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's really tests you. You know, it tests. In fact, working with the great Dr. Shane Murphy, one of the leading sports psychologists in the United States military, said, show me the athlete that can handle the adversity. That's the one that will be a champion.
Now let's flip over now to the other side. Healy, strong anchor man, finish it up.
Talking about Dr. Murphy, worked a lot with Pat. Pat was with Team USA out of Colorado Springs. I watch this guy's routine. He really gets into it. Look at his eyes. He flexes those knees. He just walks to the line. That ball left at 2-8-10, and he's one of the greatest. That's how treacherous it is out there, Mr. Schreiner.
Speed critical this week as well.
Exactly.
Get as many as you can. So Pat Healy with an open in the 10th.
They win that game by 10 pins. Turbo 2-1, 185 to 5-star appraisal at 175. That first strike in the 10th that Pat threw was the lockup on that match. That was a key shot.
And also on the other match, of course, Storm Products with a fabulous 226 as they win 226-132 over H&B. And hopefully H&B will get things turned around a little bit before this is all said and done. Game 1 in the books, round number 1. We'll be back with more from Las Vegas right after this. And after round number 1, the Storm team obviously at plus 76. They're leading the way right now, Coach Gordon. Turbo 2-1 plus 35. 5-star at minus 25, and H&B boys minus 68. A long way to go as we start round number 2.
Look at that shot. He just hit him thin and watch him spin on that left-handed big-time roll he put on that ball.
Now keep in mind, our teams have flip-flopped now. We're bowling on a different pair of lanes than they started with, so there could be some errant shots, Coach, because they don't have a good feel for this pair of lanes.
Exactly. That's what makes it tough all week long. You get 2 frames, then you get 2 frames, you get 2 shots on each pair of lanes.
Oh, what are you crying about? You went to the Coach Gordon school of just, you get 1 slide, no balls. You just get a slide up there, right? Isn't that the way you used to start?
I went for the fast one. When in doubt, throw the fastball in the pocket.
There you go.
In the pocket was the key part of that one.
Some of the brightest young stars.
Get that shot there on a condition like this. He just gets up there. He's smiling. They're trying to keep it loose. That's what's fun when you play team play. John Hersina said something this week which was amazing to me. And he says, you know what, Fred, this is the first time that I've played in a long time where I got to root for somebody. He says, other than myself.
Which is a great comment. So many times in this game, you're out there all by your lonesome, and when it goes great, that's fine. But when you don't bowl well, you're beating yourself up and blaming yourself. But when you got a teammate to put his arm on your shoulder and say, listen, we'll get him the next frame, that helps you.
It really is. He's way out there to the right. Picked up that oil in the midsection lane. There it is again. Squirted it right by the head pin.
Time to flip over now to Ted Hanna's, a familiar form to PBA fans on lanes 55 and 56.
It's a unique thing with Ted, you know, he walks left 10 or 11 boards. More than anyone in the sport. Let's watch Timmy Mack throw this shot. Take that one. That big hook. See there, now that ball snapped real hard. 4-9. But Ted Lutz is willing to get out and play that first arrow where I thought it was maybe a little better, so he went right up the 9 board. He says, when I play the second arrow, I feel like I'm playing outside.
You saw graphically there between Hannah's washout and the 4-9 by Timmy Mack. The difference not touching the line be. Great shot, though.
That's what the great players know how to do. Look at the excitement on a spare, Denny. You see the whole team come up. He's running it out. He's over there behind the people. Look at this backswing. Watch this.
Good try by Timmy Mack.
See the whole team go crazy on a spare. That's excitement. That's the kind of excitement on every shot. Every shot. Look at the foot kick. Watch this. Just throws that straight ball. Just picks it, kicks it right off the wall. Little tickle shot. Oh, come on, please.
There's just a little nudge of the 10 to get the job done. It was an accomplishment at times this week just to hit the pocket consistently, let alone carry.
Oh boy, you just couldn't, Danny. It was a real test of the will. You know, you just couldn't hit the pocket every shot. I'll tell you, Rhonda Grote bowled us. I thought it was amazing. He hit the pocket as good as anybody I saw. It's just almost impossible to hit it 4 times in a row. Every once in a while you get lucky and hit it 2 or 3, but 4 times in a row was a major feat for almost any player in the building. What happens? You start missing the pocket, and then you start second guessing yourself. And you're up there trying to make a spare, and all of a sudden your old hearts are pumping, and you're trying to line yourself up and calm yourself back down to make a spare.
I think one of the other factors that was fun to watch this week is the fact that not only did players go back to the paddock for other balls, for other reactions, but they were trying to work all the tricks as well with how close to the foul line you might set the ball down. Use a little loft at times, speed controls, different angles, different hand releases. So you had to keep shopping all week long.
See, Kurt just laid that one down. See him shaking his head. He laid it down a little early, and it took off on him. He threw his first shot. He lofted a little bit, trying to get a little fingers, and it revved up and hit that oil and over hydroplane.
Well, I know one thing. I've talked about it for years and years. There's nothing wrong with par being 200 in the sport of bowling, to be quite honest with you. I know I'm not that old, but I grew up in a little different era than what we see today. And it seems like now if you don't shoot 230, you're not even in the neighborhood. I don't necessarily think that's good for the game.
Pat Healy just rolling that ball right in there again. And Benny, I agree 100%. You know, when it just becomes a strike fest, anybody can hit between 2 arrows, 5, 6, 7 board area. But when you press it down to 1 or 2 boards, now you really have to be a player to throw a shot like Brad Himmler just threw there on lane 55.
Come on, Brian,
takes
make a shot here.
a
Let's
good
go.
mind and a good game, not just one of the 2 parts.
I know one thing. That bunch right there, you wouldn't want to play them flag football either. Huh?
I hear you. Oh, boy.
That team is flat getting after it. Head back over now to lanes 57 and 58. Just a beautiful bowling facility here, the Orleans in Las Vegas. I can't tell you what a wonderful hotel and where this is.
Can you imagine? 19 years old, shoots 300 in the Hong Kong Youth Worlds.
A panoramic view of all 70 lanes here, and let's focus in on lane 57 and a good look at a great shot right here.
Yes. Just a clean, heavy roll right straight up the lane. Didn't cross a lot of boards.
All right, we'll be back with the conclusion of round number 2